There's a job in pharma that pays $182,000 a year. It's a science job. You work with the smartest doctors in the country, but you never touch a lab, and most students have never heard of it. It's the Medical Science Liaison. Let me walk you through the whole path. So what actually is it? An MSL is the scientific bridge between a pharma company and the top doctors and researchers in a field. We call those doctors KOLs, Key Opinion Leaders. The MSL is the one person who can sit across from a leading specialist and talk the deep science as an equal. Now, the most important thing to understand, an MSL is not a sales rep. Sales sits on the commercial side and promotes the product. The MSL sits on the medical side. And by compliance, the two are kept separate. An MSL discusses science, never a pitch. That firewall is why doctors trust them. So what does an MSL do all day? 4 big things: scientific exchanges with those KOLs, answering the hard clinical questions. They support advisory boards where experts advise the company. They work the major medical congresses, and they carry field insights back to the clinical and medical teams. A medical science liaison earns, on average, $182,000. The director above them, $232,000, and the VP of Medical Affairs, $286,000. One of the highest paid tracks in pharma, and nobody here works at a bench. Here's what should change how you think about your degree. For this role, how much does a PhD add? A PhD averages $182,000. A master's, M.Pharm level, $176, an $8,000 gap. Basically nothing. You're paid for what you can do, not the letters after your name. But the honest part most videos skip, the MSL is not an entry-level job. It usually wants an advanced degree plus a few years of experience. More than 9 in 10 US MSLs hold a doctorate. So as a fresh graduate, you don't aim straight at MSL, you aim at the on-ramp. Step 1, get in through a door that's actually open to a fresh B.Pharm or M.Pharm. Medical information, pharmacovigilance, drug safety, regulatory affairs, or clinical research. Any one of these gets you inside a pharma company and starts building real clinical credibility. Step 2, in that role, build the 3 things an MSL hiring manager looks for: deep expertise in one therapeutic area, own a disease space, scientific communication, make complex data simple, and credibility, publications, clinical exposure, proof you can hold your own with an expert. Step 3, the move into the MSL role itself. In the interview, they check 4 things: scientific depth. Can you carry a room? Presence with senior doctors? Do you get the business, not just the science? And are you willing to travel? It's a field job. And step 4, you climb. You start as an MSL, then senior MSL, then you lead a team as a field medical director, then medical affairs director, and at the very top, VP of Medical Affairs, that $286,000 seat. The full path, from first job to the top. So what carries you up that ladder? Not the degree. Mastery of your therapy area, communicating science like a human being, business sense, and discipline. Staying on the right side of that medical commercial firewall. Get those 4, and the letters after your name stop mattering. Now my angle from the commercial side. I spent my career in forecasting and strategy. The best MSLs I worked with were pure gold. The insight they brought from the field, what doctors believed, what worried them, fed straight into our strategy. A great MSL is one of the most valuable people in the building, and that's the thing nobody tells you. Pharma doesn't pay the most for the hardest science. It pays the most for scientific judgment applied where it actually changes decisions. The MSL is the perfect proof, a science role paid like a commercial one, and wide open to a master's grad who builds the right skills. So if this is the path you want, here's your next step. I've put the full pharma career map, every role, what it pays, and how to break in, into a free guide. The link is in the description. Subscribe if you want the rest of this series. And tell me in the comments, is the MSL the role you're aiming for? I'll see you in the next one.